so much, Mr. Patel. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Can we some appreciation to Pink Constant?
When this cyclone happened, especially Cyclone Yasa, and the extent of damage, that took place, especially in Banua Levu, I remember soon after the cyclone went past, and I think I was on one of the first flights on Sunday to get there to see the extent of damage, especially to the power lines and all, and see how we can get them back into action. So then I also had the opportunity to go all the way to Nambawalu and see all the areas. I think the Honourable Minister was also there, Dr. Reddy was there, many ministers were there, Honourable AG. So the extent of damage, some of you may not have seen, but the extent of damage is there, and we all need to pull together to get it back. It's not, sometimes people feel that it's only the responsibility of perhaps the government to fix it up. But I think it's the responsibility of every citizen in this country, every organization, if they can help in pulling the country back together. That's what is called teamwork. Okay? And we all talk about teamwork, but sometimes we forget what teamwork means. So when I came back, then I was having a chat with Hastika, who is our CEO at Fiji Ports Terminal Limited. And I said to Hastika that in 2016, when we had TC Winston, and similar damage was incurred in the western division of Viti Levu, all the way from, I would say, halfway Lautoka Ba all the way to Reki Reki. That was the area that was hit the most, and most of the schools and homes and all, they were all blown away basically. So at that time also we had assisted 2 schools, by agreeing to rebuild them basically. And we built 2 schools. If you want to be very specific, we can tell you which are the schools that we did. And we did Vasist Muni Memorial School and Tavua Muslim Primary School. Okay, so we helped actually rebuild those 2 schools, and we spent something like $200,000. Of course, 2020 was an exceptional year because of COVID-19, and I think most businesses actually suffered as a result of COVID-19. For obvious reasons, the borders were blocked. A lot of people lost their jobs, so the economy had a little bit of a, shall I say, kickback. So I was telling Hastika after I came back, can we help? We need to help. Okay. Of course, our business at FPTL for 2020 also went down by around 20%. 20% our business came down because obviously the cargo that was being imported, the volumes came down. So basically once the volume comes down, then obviously the amount of money that we make goes down. So we lost about 20% of the business, but I told Hastika we need to help. So we went to our board and I said to the board that we need to help, especially the education sector, because the schools have been affected, to a great extent. And finally we decided that because of difficult times, I don't think we can help like 2016. But nevertheless, every bit counts, and therefore today we are here to present a check to the Honourable Minister for Education, a small token, a gesture from FPTL to help the Education Ministry and the government to rebuild those schools so that our children can go back and get educated. Thank you.
I think this is one of the second events for the day for us, and you can see the smile on my face. It makes me very happy that we have a lot of organizations and corporate bodies, individuals coming on board to assist us in our rebuilding efforts after TC Yasa and TC Ana, and luckily Bina left us, did not do much damage to it. Ladies and gentlemen, in terms of school rebuilding, after TC Yasa we identified close to 30 secondary and primary schools, mostly in the north, which had suffered damage. The damages ranged from minimum damage to most extensive one. The most extensive damages done were to Lekutu Secondary, Bua District and Yendua Primary School. While we were still in the process of the rehab stage, we then got hit by TC Ana. Here, most of the schools remained as they were, except for flood waters entering our schools. So your timely assistance today, ladies and gentlemen, Chair and CEO and the team, will go towards our ongoing rehab programs. And we can assure you that the generosity that you have shown towards our children will go a long way, as the priority right now for us is to get our children back to school. So I'm not going to take away the credit from you by saying that TFL was also here an hour ago, and they have also contributed very generously, on the same note that the funds given to the ministry will be put to good use and prudently managed. As you've mentioned, times are very hard, and for people to come forward and be so generous in giving towards the education sector is highly appreciated. I would like you to convey our appreciation on behalf of the government to your board and your team for coming on board. And like I said, I can assure you that these funds that has been given to the ministry will be put to use to rebuild and, of course, look at other needs that the students have. Right now, our priority is to ensure that families are safe. Families are completing their cleanup. Water and electricity is restored soon so that we can bounce back to some levels of normalcy. COVID was one, came YASA 2, so now it's a triple battle we are fighting for our people. And like you said, if everyone comes on board, I'm sure, and lends a helping hand, this battle would be easy for our people. And I know your team is doing a wonderful job at the ground level with all the pressures from the communities to have electricity restored. And I'm sure you will do justice to the expectations that our people have from you and your team. So with these words, on behalf of the ministry, my PS is involved in another engagement. A big thank you, Ports Fiji Terminal Limited, to you and your team. And I'd like to wish you all the best as we all move towards the recovery phase after the disaster that has just struck us. So God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you.